Now, of all of the roles that you play, where does being a father fall on the level of importance?
It's number one. It has to be. I owe that to my kids. There's three people on this earth I owe a greater debt to than anybody else, and that's Hunter, Eve, Michael, and Elle. I love those kids. You know, none of the problems their mother and I had were any of their fault. And I'm committed to making sure that they understand that, and that they understand that they are beautiful children with a wonderful future ahead of them.
Now, you are in office. We talked earlier about the fact that you will be able to run for re-election
Sure.
Next year. Do you have any thoughts about running for re-election, or do you have any thoughts about using your expertise or your experience in state legislative office or even national legislative office?
I think if there's anything I've proved in my life, it's that I'm not afraid to really run in and jump and help where I think I can make an impact. And I think that's what I'm looking at right now. As far as aspirations, you know, I'll tell you, the more I follow national politics, the less I want to be associated with bodies like the Senate and the House of Representatives right now. Sad as it may be, I can say that those two entities, in my opinion, have completely lost touch with not only the American people, but in some situations, I think they've completely lost touch with reality at all. And I don't understand what happens to you when you get up into the Washington D.C. Beltway. But I'm not sure that I'm not sure at this point that I can be a part of that institution until these guys figure it out. I know for a fact on the national level I don't have the skills to bring it around at this point. I will work hard to make an impact where I can make it. Right now I don't have any aspirations. Right now I'm looking at what do I need to get done to make things happen for District 6 and Terrebonne Parish. Will I run again? If I think I can keep making an impact, if I think I can push that ball forward, I'll run again. If when it comes time to decide, I feel like, you know what, there's someone who can push this ball better, or I'm really in the way of things happening, then I won't run. And it's not really a pride thing. And I think we need more people. You know, we talk all the time. We don't like politicians in America, but it's kind of silly because we still have elections. And as long as you have elections, you'll have politicians. As soon as you put your name in the hat, you become a politician. I think we need more people to step up and give their expertise to the area for 1 and 2 terms, you know, not necessarily 100 terms. We don't need someone to serve for 30 years. So they lose something. If the national level has proven anything, that being there for 50 years, I'm not sure that's a great deal. And if there's somebody else who can push this ball harder and faster, I'll be the first person to put my support behind them. At this point, I think I'm doing good. I think we're getting there. It's not moving as fast as I want it to. It's not moving as smooth as I want it to, but I think that's just the nature of the beast.
Are there any drawbacks? Have there been any drawbacks for you to being in public office?
I'm a very public person. I very much enjoyed it. At times there are, I would say, privacy issues in regards to the children. Now that they've moved, less so. You know, you have these funny things that happen. People take politics at times extremely personal, and sometimes that spills over. I don't know anybody on the council who hasn't been threatened, or, you know, people show up at your house. These kind of things are just not very tasteful. But it's part of being an elected official. I chose to be in the public eye. I can't now back off and say, oh, I want to be in the public eye, but not that way. I'm willing to accept the consequences for the choices I've made.
Okay, cool. Hold that thought, and I'll be right back. We lost it. Yeah, we can. 6, 5, 4, just looking at 3, 2, 1.
We talked a little bit about your personal life, and I wanted to ask you, how much access do you think the public should have to the personal lives of their elected official? I mean, we know they're interested in the personal lives, but should they have all-out access to the personal lives of elected officials?
Well,
you have to have some type of privacy.
I mean, if you want to step up and be a public official, you better be willing to embrace the public. And for me, that's an easy part. I think there's a line, and I think where the line is drawn to me and to my colleagues, I think to my colleagues, I'm not speaking for them, but it's at your children or at your, you know, maybe this person's your aunt. They haven't stepped up. You know, most kids are unwilling participants in a lot of this stuff. The most quintessential picture is always the politician with his big family. You'll notice on my my promotional pieces, I did a picture of my family at the beach, but from behind. We were walking on the beach, and I really liked that because it kept some type of privacy for my kids. You know, they didn't pick to be in that picture, and I could have certainly had them be in it, but for me, that's where the line is. But me personally, yeah, hey, I'm an elected official. If you see me on the street, if I can't stop and talk, I'll let you know that. But you certainly have the right to ask, and you certainly have the right to walk up. That's part of it. And I think most people who really have problems are kind of afraid to approach their council people, and it really shouldn't be that way. I find the less willing someone is to talk to me, the better chance there is that they really have something that needs to be done. And so I would tell people, you know, that's what we're here for. We like being approached. We like to talk about the problems of Terrebonne Parish, or we wouldn't have done this. So yeah, I think it comes with the you can't say I want to be in the public and then but not. You either are in the public or you're not, and I'm a public official, and so I'm happy to accept that responsibility.
I am very happy that you came to interview with Mike Billiot today, Kevin. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here, and I look forward to many great things from you on the Terrebonne Parish Council and beyond. Thank you so much for joining us today at Interview with Mike Billiot.